I had to put a new memory card in. Excuse me. All right, guys, we are back at the shop, taking a break on the Lambo, waiting for some parts, but I did get a special delivery from Primal Racing out of Atlanta Motorsports Park up in Dawsonville, Georgia. I had a gearbox rebuilt by them. Check this out. Patrick over at Primal hooked us up. He is a wizard at these Hewland F2000 style gearboxes, and we're back with the SR10 here. So we're gonna get this transmission put in, but if you guys ever need, turn around here. If you guys, oh, hi Brad.
I'd like to clarify, he's taking a break from the Lamborghini. I'm still going.
Whatever, man, God. So I'm gonna get started on this gearbox, but if you guys need a Hewland F2000 base transmission ever rebuilt, Patrick at Primal Racing can hook you up. Like I said, he's a wizard with that stuff. He got us all sorted out and taken care of. But I'm gonna set you guys down. We're gonna do a time-lapse style video. I did in-depth on getting the transmission out, just like the manuals. Installation is reverse of removal. So let's get this thing started. This thing has to be done and out of the shop by tomorrow night. So we are gonna get it track ready on top of getting the gearbox sorted out. Walking all funny.
Also, don't mind my hair, it's fucking crazy.
He does have some really crazy hair. Anyway.
I get my hat dirty.
Yeah, he got his hat dirty earlier and he was all upset about it. Pissing and moaning and crying like a baby. Anyway, I'm gonna sit you down. Let's get started. All right, guys, we are back in the shop after a late night last night, wrapping up this SR10. I went OCD on the wiring harness, made sure everything was in its place, nothing was chafing or rubbing or anything like that. I got the air compressor system plumbed in, it's good to go, so let's listen to it charge up. The power button. And the ignition button to fire the compressor system. Alright, so now we're going to double check for leaks to make sure nothing is going on there. Jack up the car, take the rear wheels off, and let's get these axles completely redone and make sure they are properly packed. But checking the air compressor system for leaks. This car is pneumatically shifted. So paddle shifter, it's not electronic, it's done by air. Obviously. All right, it quit. We're just gonna double check, move the lines around, make sure you don't hear any hissing. No air coming out of the valve block, you don't want that. Sometimes those have to be adjusted quite frequently. I don't hear any air coming out of the lines, everything's good to go. Let's get these axles repacked, get the the axles repacked, get them installed. Before I do that, I'm going to clean the affected areas just to make sure, do a quick inspection, make sure there's nothing else affected. Gear oil's on the way. I'm going to run some cheap gear oil through it just to cycle everything because we did have a catastrophic failure, just to make sure that no particles or anything got into the oil cooler. This transmission does have a filter on it. It had some glitter and stuff in it. I've got a spare transmission filter. So we're going to cycle some cheap stuff through it, make sure everything looks good, get a few miles on the stand. Okay, cool. About 30 seconds, very quick charge up, so it's not leaking down very much, which is good. But yeah, I'm going to get some cheap gear oil run through this. Should be ready to go. Run it on the stand quite a bit, make sure there's no issues or faults, so let's get after it. Alright, now I'm going to clean all the components because there's quite a bit of mess in here just from dirt, track grime, and stuff like that. I like to try to keep everything as clean as possible. So let's get everything all the shocks. Make sure they're all looking good. Clean car. Clean race car is a happy race car. I'm gonna have to go get the air compressor. I've got some gross stuff in the bushings and stuff like that. A lot of times we see some like sand on the racetracks here in Florida, and they get in between those rubber bushings, and the last thing you want is those rubber bushings to get dirt, sand, and grime kind of ground in. Prematurely wears these bushings out. So I'm gonna go grab my little baby air compressor. Our big air compressor failed this week, so it's fun times. So I'm gonna go grab my air compressor and let that soak. Alright guys, I'm just getting this cheaper gear oil put in so I can get the car started running through the gears here. So I've already got one quart in. I've got the side plug out. That's basically your level plug. I already got one quart in. Just watching the plug. I already got the axles all in. I just went ahead and knocked all that out. If you guys want to see like that whole process, just comment below and I'll do a full breakdown of what all we do for the longevity of the axles on the SR10s. I can break that down into a separate video. Wouldn't be a long video, probably like a 5 to 10 minute video for you guys. But I went ahead and just got it knocked out. I'm a little bit on a time crunch today as I have some family commitments later this afternoon, but I wanted to get this knocked out. So this is from empty, so it should take about 2.5 quarts. And I realize that I've got it at a little bit of an angle, so that's okay. This stuff's just getting drained out, but I want to get the appropriate level in there. No big deal. And then we're ready to prime the motor and get it started. Get this thing warmed up, and then we're running through the gears. Check plug back in. Set that there for now. Fuel plug. Mildly tight. Let's get this make sure, yeah, as I trip over everything, make sure she's in neutral. Feels like it's definitely in gear, so we need to make sure first that the car registers that it's in gear. It's registering that it's in neutral, but it is in fact not. Let's diag.
Careless smoking could kill you and your family.
Alright guys, I just got all of the Radical completely ready to go. Just gotta throw the front nose on it, and I have to get it loaded in the trailer. Check it out. Alright, she is all done, ready to go. Put the front nose on it, get it loaded in the trailer, and we will resume the repairs to the second Radical just as soon as I get to the track. But I've got to move all that stuff out there, get my toolbox cleaned up. I got to get my toolbox cleaned up. I have to get all my tools put away. Lamborghini's in a good spot. Just got to fill the gearbox and do the fluids check on it. and then resume the inspection. She's ready to hit the track next week, but I've got to get my tools loaded up. Let's get focused on this SR10 and the next SR10. Let's get after it.